Konami's arcade classic is due to make its second appearance on the home console system. This sequel, dubbed Dark Silhouette, provides a return to the famous sniping action of the previous title, moving from scene to scene, taking down the terrorist targets before they can draw a bead on you. You take on the role of an elite anti-terrorist operative who has been hired to snipe and neutralise terrorist groups across the planet.
Who is he? What's he doing out there? Is he a freelance sniper?
Government dog, don't interrupt my work. I can't believe that you stopped me in the middle of my plan.
The settings will take you all around the world, including a wide variety of scenes such as London's Tower Bridge, as you try to snipe terrorists from a helicopter while they swarm over a stolen military transport plane. All the shooting is interspersed with a plot woven around the lead characters and their efforts to foil the various terrorist leaders. When you reach the end of a stage, you're brought face to face with the area's boss.
Cobra! You're alive!
Amazing. You mean that you know this monster?
I am mortal. Even if my body collapses, I will not die until I defeat you.
These guys complicate the issue with the use of hostages and having limited vulnerable areas, such as Cobra's head. Hit the boss enough in their weak spot without shooting the hostages, and you're ready to move on to the next stage.
Flora, hold on! You're gonna crash!
Megacity of Los Angeles, where crimes such as burglary, mugging, assault, homicide, and smuggling occur. This game begins when police gain information on the illegal activities of a gang of Japanese mafia, the Gokudokai, who plan to smuggle weapons into Japan from America.
Tokyo area and central LA, a joint team of LAPD and FBI officers has gained information that a handgun smuggling deal will take place at a nightclub run by the Japanese mafia group, the Gokudokai. The police are planning to raid the club and arrest the 6 most wanted criminals at the center of the racket.
With Silent Scope 2 on the horizon, Konami announces Police as the next arcade shooter to hit the PS2. With a tactical SWAT team covering your back, the task of crime prevention falls down to a single crackshot officer to search out and apprehend enemies who are hiding throughout the various city locations.
Officers down.
Graphically, Police 24/7 is a direct port from the arcade version, and also features a nifty little USB plug-in camera that tracks the player's movements. You literally dodge incoming bullets physically, which is a nifty addition to the usual light gun style gameplay. Let's hope that this peripheral is launched alongside the game.
The game illustrates the work of the brave police officers as they struggle against organized crime syndicates whose activities jeopardize the lives of ordinary citizens. Police 911! You're the ones who cracked the case.
Our futures are predestined.
Due for a summer release, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 retains the core elements from the hit PlayStation title. As Crystal Dynamics casts Raziel once more into the eternal pit of damnation. With new animations and a revised combat system, Raziel himself looks and performs better than ever.
We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths.
With increased powers and specialised attacks, punch, kick and block combinations are now used to banish spooks from the vastly expanded vampire dynasty. The ancient clan grounds of Nosgoth have also been twisted into new forms of interactivity, as the whole gaming environment moves away from basic block-moving tasks and key management to become a giant conundrum in itself. Each puzzle requires a logical approach with suitable clues embedded in the vast gaming environment and its darkest inhabitants. Fans of the original series can still rejoice in the ability to shift between the spectral planes, and Raziel's trusty Reaver is forged with new elemental-based powers.
Free will is an illusion.
To date, Squaresoft's Final Fantasy series has sold more than 31 million copies worldwide. And with the European release date of Final Fantasy X still unconfirmed, we offer our privileged readers a glimpse at arguably the most impressive collection of video sequences to see the light of day on Sony's new entertainment system. Square's flagship title is set against a strong European influence, with pre-rendered backgrounds now giving way to beautifully crafted real-time environments. The optimistic sportsman Tidus takes central stage as the main character, with Yuna and a variety of other stunningly lifelike characters providing the game's emphasis on travel and interaction between different classes of society. Players are encouraged to explore the vast new world with a new skill-based system, replacing the traditional experience values. But at the same time, summoned creatures now display independent hit points and spellcasting systems to expand the gameplay in new strategic directions. With an overhauled combat system, realistically proportioned characters, and environments you wish you could holiday in, Final Fantasy X still maintains the traditional style of RPG gaming, but is guaranteed to sell shed-loads when hungry fans finally get the chance to snap this beauty up.
確かにソリッドスネークは死んだ。だが奴はここにいる。生きていたのか、あるいはもう一人だ。
今世界は再び核軍拡の道へと進もうとしている。諸君も知っての通り、その契機となったのはジョージ・シアーズ前大統領在任中に起こったあのシャドウ・モセス事件だ。メタルギアレックスと新型核弾頭開発の事実が暴露された上、そのデータが何者かによって盗み出され世界中に流出した。我が国の政府軍部内に己の利権のために国策を我が物とする勢力が厳然として存在するのは事実だ。このメタルギアレイはそれら勢力に対抗し、彼らの意図をくじいてこの国をあるべき方向に戻すという役割も負っている。シャドウ・モセス島で行われていたメタルギアレックスの開発は NMD 技術の他国への流出によって将来起こりうる核抑止力の減少に備えた一手だったとも言われている。そうだとするならば、それは将来的に発生する莫大な利益と権力を確保しようという一部軍需産業と軍部による目論みがあったことを意味する。我々がここにいるのは我が国を蝕むこれら腐敗やよどみを一掃するためだ。例の完成とともに戦場は新しい時代を迎えるのだ。諸君は我が国の未来を背負っているということを理解しておいてもらいたい。
テロリストたちはサンズ・オブ・リバティと名乗っている。そしてそのリーダーの名はソリッド・スネーク。
私はフォーチュン、戦場で幸運を使い果たす女。そして死を拒絶された女。さあ私を殺して。
は死なんさ。まだやることがたくさんある。俺たちは政府や誰かの道具じゃない。戦うことでしか自分を表現できなかったが、いつも自分の意志で戦ってきた。
いい演説だった。さすがは海兵隊司令官。話がうまい。だがそれだけだ。新型の性能はよく分かった。
こいつを奪うつもりか。
奪う？返してもらうのだよ。誰も動くな。オセロット！
久しぶりだな、兄弟。
お前は？
そう、俺だよ。
リキッド。
第43代大統領ジョージ・シアーズ。だがそれも単なるワークネームに過ぎ、奴のコードネームはソリダス・スネーク。固体でも液体でもない金星の取れた傑作。彼らは戦ってはいけない相手なんだ。
こいつは私の息子。何もかも私が教えてやったのだ。
お前は？
名前などな、お前と同じだ。
For those awaiting the arrival of The World Is Not Enough on the PS2, Electronic Arts have finally shelved the overdue sequel and developed a title free from the constraints of a specific movie license.
Watch out for that helicopter!
Agent Under Fire provides a new menace for the suave 007 to deal with, as the deviant Malprave desperately plots to overthrow the unsuspecting world with a batch of fiendishly crafted clones. To start with, Bond's latest adventure makes use of the superb Quake 3 engine to to deliver explosive first-person shoot-'em-up action.
Bond, we believe the terrorists led by Carla the Jackal are planning an assault on the embassy. They're after the geneticist, and they'll stop at nothing to kidnap her. Be careful, 007, and good luck.
Gunning down the evil henchman provides a variety of entertaining scenarios, accommodating the need for both stealthy avoidance and prolonged gun-wielding firefights across the vast expanse of 12 highly detailed levels. Stripping down helicopter gunships to their component parts and avoiding Malprave's bogus warehouse operatives is all in a day's work for the world's most famous tux-wearing secret agent.
Well, well, the famous James Bond.
The relentless enemies now have the ability to survive the single-shot kill scenario from Bond's trusty Walther PPK and require a more thorough peppering, along with Bond's dosage of deadpan one-liners to well and truly finish them off.
Bond, did you encounter the Jackal? What happened?
She's fallen for me.
Gadgets are also high on the list. Get stuck in a tight corner and Q's handy Q-Claw provides a wrist-mounted escape route to otherwise inaccessible areas. X-ray specs also come in handy for revealing hidden areas, even if the patriotic clues aren't obvious enough. But Agent Under Fire doesn't just limit itself to first-person handling. The development team responsible for the Need for Speed series provide the chance to thrash some of Bond's most famous motors through the inspired edition of driving-based sections. The inclusion of favourite Bond characters has yet to be finalised, but so far a rather convincing John Cleese provides the traditional element of Q-staff humour.
I thought that would catch your eye, 007.
Once the remaining problems associated with the official Bond licence are cleared up, James Bond 007 in Agent Under Fire looks set to provide a well-balanced variety of elements, with enough depth of play and multiplayer appeal to rival the likes of THQ's Mars-based adventure, Red Faction.
They're in front of us!
007, it is imperative that you dispatch your pursuers before you rendezvous with R.
So put that Special Forces training to good use, get yourself down to Q Division, and oh, one last thing, do behave, 007.
Bond, you failed to acquire our only lead. I expect a full report at MI6 in the morning.
Beyond this gate lies the demon world. It's over. We will never be able to save you, Mamoru.
Set in feudal Japan, Onimusha provides the freedom to fight with raw combat aggression or strategic military principles. The ability to wipe out your opponent in one stroke by timing your hit just when you're about to strike provides more souls for Samanosuke to hoover up with his handy gauntlet. This provides a much-needed boost to your health and increases your ability to pull off magic attacks against the hordes of hellish hybrids that appear menacingly through the gorgeously drawn backdrops. The element of upgrading your powers lends an RPG feel to the gameplay, and although the emphasis is far more on action, there are still traditional puzzles to get your thinking matter working.
Samanosuke, we must find a way out!
When Samanosuke gets stuck in a tight spot, gameplay is handed over to another character, Kaede, for a brief time. But with no control as to when the character switch takes place, it's very much a linear feature of the game. The special attacks that generate raging fireballs and colossal tornadoes provide an impressive display of special effects against the scissor-handed ninjas, scorpion crabs, and the terrifying predator-type beast who only materialises for short periods before turning invisible again. The major disappointment with Onimusha is the relatively short amount of gameplay on offer. Aside from searching out an abundance of secret mini sub-games and bonus items, it takes just over 10 hours to complete, which fails to live up to the epic expectations gleaned from the impressive opening sequence of feudal war and carnage.
The time has come, demons! Prepare for the dark ceremony!
Despite this, Onimusha is an inspiring title that draws on past glories from the Resident Evil series and throws in some new ideas to provide one of the best action adventures on the PS2.
Sometimes, when it's quiet, I can still hear the monkeys. It's hard to believe that it's only been a few years since I first washed up on the beaches of Melee Island, armed with nothing more than a goofy name and an overpowering urge to become a swashbuckling pirate. I want to be a pirate.
The Monkey Island series is probably the epitome of PC graphic adventures, and now LucasArts have decided to bring their latest pirate-based masterpiece to the console market.
Ready.
The PS2 isn't home to many graphical adventures at all, but the latest revisions in the 3D engine used by Escape from Monkey Island make it superbly suited for such a port.
Looks like the old sea cow got the best of you.
Sadly, this does mean that the console users are treated to the fourth game in the series without knowing anything of the story that stands behind the legend.
That's the second biggest monkey head I've ever seen.
The hero of the day is pirate wannabe Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Guybrush Threepwood? And I thought my name was stupid.
And who could have
He was just returned from his honeymoon with Governor Elaine Marley.
Melee Island's Governor Elaine Marley.
Only to find that she has been declared dead and villainous types are taking over Melee Island. Thus begins Guybrush's latest run-in with the demon pirate LeChuck and his silliest adventure yet.
Guybrush!
Yes, dear?
The problem with porting the fourth in the series is the quantity of in-jokes that newcomers to the game are just not going to get. PS2 users just aren't going to recognise the voodoo lady.
You pull?
Hey, it's you!
Yes, it is I.
Or understand the relevance of a rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. As for the insult arm wrestling...
I've got muscles in places you've never even heard of!
Oh, it's too bad none of them were in your arms.
The benefit is the beautiful scenery, which has been updated to make the most of the PS2's impressive graphical capabilities, and now they're looking better than ever. The control system has also had to be modified for the console. Using the joypad to replace the point-and-click interface used on the PC.
Fire! What the?
PC users will tell you that Escape from Monkey Island may be the weakest of the 4 titles in the series, but that is only in comparison to some stiff competition. It's still one of the best graphic adventures out there.
Whee! Look at the cute little termite circus.
A bit on the short side, but packed to the gills with puzzles and jokes, even if you won't get half of them. All in all, more fun than a barrel full of monkeys.
Land ho! Oh, well, here goes. Might as well get all the hullabaloo over with. What? Where is everyone?
Maybe everyone went to bed early?
Where's the welcoming committee? The banners? The crushing throng of well-wishers? Oh dear, do you know what this means?
We can spend another 3 months honeymooning.
The Le Mans 24 Hours is a legend among driving events. First established in 1923 as a means to improve the automobile industry, it soon became one of the most prestigious motoring events of the year. And now it's your chance to take the challenge with the latest game to carry the Le Mans licence. Obviously, the game centres on the 13-kilometre Le Mans track, and specifically the 24-hour endurance event, which takes place there annually. The track covers a variety of surfaces, and the weather conditions vary as time moves on. Not to mention the setting and rising of the sun at the appropriate times. It's a grueling challenge, but recreates the event very effectively. You'll need to be concerned with tyre and fuel degradation, pacing yourself and organising your pit stops if you want to make it through the night. Now all you need is 24 hours to dedicate non-stop to a video game. And there's other modes to try too, including a 2-player split-screen option, an arcade mode, and a driver's championship. Features include 12 other real-world tracks to try your skills on, including Road Atlanta, which is also available for the 24-hour challenge. There are more than 70 fully detailed and licensed cars, 24 of which can be in any given race, and the physics are realistically modelled with dust, smoke and sparks filling the air, as well as real-time shadows and headlights. The customisation options have also improved greatly over previous incarnations of the title. All in all, this is a great game, with some impressive graphics and a range of cars and tracks to keep you coming back for more. The 24-hour challenge is quite intimidating, so it seems more likely that most real people would want to stick to the more time-compressed options, or just take things for a spin in the more relaxed arcade mode.
Well, my character's name is Alice, and mainly she's trying to remember who she is. She loses her memory at the beginning of the film and doesn't really know who she is. And she's trying to find out and see if the person who she is someone she likes. We would sit all day and play this game. And I said, this would make a really great movie. And I could play this girl really well because I'm built for it and I'm tough. You know, I could wear a mini skirt. I'm the girl who should play this part. There's nobody else. You can see anybody after me. I promise you, you won't find anybody better than me. And I was right.
I think the thing about the game, which is genuinely surprising, is that it's very, very frightening. It makes you very tense, and it really is scary. And that's what we've tried to keep for the movie, is that kind of, that all-pervading sense of terror that something dreadful is going to happen. The movie rights were licensed from Capcom, so officially Capcom have no input at all. You know, we can turn Resident Evil into an all-singing, all-dancing, you know, disaster if we want to. But, you know, I really love the game, and I really respect the people who've made the game. So as soon as I became involved, I went to Japan, I met the creators of the game, I met Capcom, and I got them as involved as I could do. Well, what we hope is, you know, if the first movie, you know, touch wood, works, we'll do a sequel. And there'll be enough time beforehand for us actually to plan a video game to go with the sequel. Because as you probably know, the lead time on a video game is even longer than a movie. You need at least 2.5 years to make a really good video game. A movie you can do in a year. So we wouldn't be able to make a video game and a movie coincide unless it was with the sequel.
I already see the sequel in my head. Are you kidding? I would love to.
Princess, where are you? It's very spooky in here. I ain't playing no games.
Well, at least we know where the princess is. But where's the
DreamWorks Pictures invites you to a land of fairy tales.
Hey! Oh, no. Dead girl, off the table!
Where are we supposed to put her? The bed's taken.
What? Where an unlikely hero
You definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, because your breath stinks!
rescues a fair princess
You didn't slay the dragon?
It's on my to-do list.
from a nasty villain
Eat me!
with the help of his trusty companion.
This is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
This year, one name spells action.
You're not exactly what I expected.
One name spells adventure.
How about him? Before this is over, I'm gonna need a whole lot of serious therapy.
One name
Don't look down.
Shrek, I'm looking down!
spells romance.
It's no way to behave in front of a princess. Oh, wow. She's as nasty as you are. Come on!
There's an arrow in your butt!
And that name is
Shrek.
Shrek?
Thank you very much. I'm here till Thursday.
Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, John Lithgow.
You love this woman, don't you?
Yes.
You want to hold her?
Yes.
Please?
Yes.
Then you got to try a little tenderness.
Shrek.
Wow. Let's do that again. No.
I have a proposition I'd like to discuss with you. I've chartered an airplane to fly us over Isla Sorna, and we'd like you to be our guide. We'd love to make a contribution to your research here.
It could almost be paradise. I got it. Forgot him.
We have a landing strip up ahead.
Cannot land on this island.
Oh my God! What's all that?
But in this forbidden place, where man has tampered with nature,
This is how you make dinosaurs?
this is how you play God. Something unexpected has evolved.
They can talk to each other.
To a degree we never imagined. This time, you probably won't get off this island alive. It's not just a walk in the park.
They set a trap. They actually set a trap.
One day they'll tell a story, and some will say it was just a fairy tale.
about a human who came from the stars and changed our world.
I'm going down! Mayday! Mayday!
In a world where freedom is history.
Where am I? What is this place?
Get them out and get them clean!
Brutality is law.
Rise when your master enters.
The powerful rule by fear.
Next, you'll be telling us these beasts have a soul.
Is there a soul in there?
It's disgusting the way we treat humans.
How the hell did they get like this?
What other way would they be?
If they see you on the street, they kill you on sight. You stay here, you're already dead.
Trevor, are you from?
United States Air Force, I'm going back, but...
Some humans have escaped.
Is there another way out of the city?
I can show you the way.
They travel with apes.
Declare martial law. We underestimate this human. Who the hell are they?
The story is spreading through the villages. They all want to see this human who defies the apes.
Full division! Full battle ready!
It's over, there's no help coming.
You came.
Sound the call to march!
Get me the spaceman. Kill them all.
Still to receive an official release date, Wipeout Fusion is shaping up to be one of Sony's biggest adrenaline race rides for the PS2. The most impressive feature is the level of precision control now available from the lightweight craft, as you navigate the mind-bending loops and twists of the new circuits on offer. Even compared to the previous title's reputation for superb game physics, the PS2's analog control system turns lightning-quick reflexes into a well-balanced gameplay. The Wipeout series is one of the most established titles in PlayStation's history, and with some new features breaking ground in the Wipeout Fusion, the series looks set to expand once more. Evolution Studios' officially licensed WRC title faithfully recreates every stage of World Rally Championship through an entirely new game engine specifically designed for the PS2. In true rally style, the thrill of travelling at supersonic speeds through fast corners and hairpins provides enough dirt, dust and damage to make this title a worthy contender against past PlayStation masters Colin McRae and Tommy Mackinnon. WRC's visuals look sharp, and the detailed backgrounds provide a variety of hazards to test your rallying worth. Detailed in-car views provide a taste of real-life rallying conditions, with some tasty exterior shots finishing off the complete rally experience as you compete against the clock rather than directly against other drivers. World Rally Championship looks set to deliver a visual punch with all the rallying realism the PS2 has yet to offer. Dropship is a military-based hovercraft game that enables players to roam foreign planets and take on powerful enemies as part of an airstrike team. The game engine allows you to fly around freely or hover at a crawl, with seamless transitions between either mode. There are also a variety of other vehicles to take into action, such as flatbed military jeeps with complex physics calculating the motion of each wheel independently, and even allowing stunts like barrel rolls. The missions vary extensively, including troop and vehicle placement behind enemy lines, dogfighting and air-to-ground assault. And missions are constantly monitored from HQ, and they can often be refocused in mid-mission as new information becomes available.
Enemy locking onto us. They've got a lock on us.
If you fancy a little more pizzazz to your skateboarding, then maybe it's time to try your skills at airboarding. Get yourself up on the rails or tailgating the local traffic and grind out those tricks in a variety of exciting cityscapes littered with ramps, rails, roads and half-pipes. There's a vast selection of tricks to master as you explore the extensive settings, as well as simply taking apart the scenery and using your neat moves to bring down the local surveillance. So if you've always envied Back to the Future's Marty McFly and his hoverboard, then now's your chance to prove that you can do better. Airblade was one of the sleeper hits at the recent E3 show, and even in this early form it's already looking extremely impressive. We'll be following this one very closely. Join Rin as she sets out on an epic fantasy quest, packed with awesome dragons, giant spiders and evil spirits, in an effort to rescue her brother from the sinister Navarros and his malign minions, the Wartoks. Some may think this is just another port from the PC, but developers Showreel Software have put considerable effort into updating and improving the game engine to take advantage of everything the PS2's powerful hardware has to offer. Rin's first task is to find and bond with the sleeping dragon Arok, and then she can set about clearing the 8 lands of monsters, with a variety of melee weapons, impressive spells, or simply toasting them all in fiery dragon's breath. Naughty Dog, the creators of Crash Bandicoot, unveiled one of the most impressive games to be seen at E3. Veiled in mystery, the name was only revealed hours before the show. Unsurprisingly for Naughty Dog, the gameplay is primarily platform-based, but has been expanded to include timed challenges, puzzle-solving action, and general exploration. The game has also been written to remove loading times, taking data from the disc as and when it's needed. Nothing impedes the speed and fluidity of the game, which is superb. The plot is centred around blonde-haired Jack and his transmogrified teammate Daxter, the little orange guy on Jack's shoulder, as they try desperately to return Daxter to his previous lovable incarnation.
Excuse me, mate, if your name's not down, you just ain't getting in. The immortal verse of the bouncer. Now, for all those of you with long memories, this sequence might look familiar. Yep, you may remember it from several of the original PlayStation 2 demonstrations, this one being courtesy of Final Fantasy creators Square. It was an initial glimpse of a title that promised to be an adventure-based fighting game. This game eventually made it onto Japanese store shelves just before Christmas of last year, and as you can see, it's gone through some major changes. What's particularly noticeable is how the main characters have evolved into their final form, something that Square's renowned character designer, Tetsuya Nomura, has been responsible for. Their style is, as you can see, remarkably close to his previous designs for the Final Fantasy series. We spoke to the director of the project to find out more, and found out that they're extremely personal about their projects.
The emotional inspiration for this game probably reflects my sense of values. In games and in movies, we see a lot of characters, but in this game, I have these characters who reflect what I want to say about life. And so that very, very basic emotion or a basic sentiment that I've always got in my heart is thrown out to be expressed in the game.
And most players out there tend to demand one very simple thing out of this type of entertainment experience: the emotional involvement of an adrenaline rush. It's that simple. And the key to successfully achieving this, as they say, is in the details.
This is an action game. I want the players to feel excited when they're in the fighting scenes. I want them to feel as if they're fighting the enemies. And I want them to feel like they want to beat up the enemies. And that's why I decided to use voiceover this time, together with the improved facial animation. I don't think that I would have used voiceover without facial animation, but these two things together make the game even more realistic and convincing.
All of this dedication to reproducing human expression has been the driving force in Square projects over the last few years. A prime example of which being the motion capture expertise learnt since first bringing the Final Fantasy series to the original PlayStation. Back when they first showed the bouncer, they also demonstrated their proficiency in being able to implement the data created to generate pre-rendered sequences into a real-time scene on the PlayStation 2. Within the bouncer, this same talent is employed to great effect, such as this marvellous touch, the stumble of this character during this tense sequence. Although it was still all meticulously planned, as this storyboard comparison demonstrates. But all of this nail-biting stuff would be for nothing if this, the soundtrack, had been absent.
We use two categories of music here. One is the regular background music, the music that we use for action scenes. And for that, mainly we use techno music just to accelerate or promote the excitement of the scene. The other type of music that we have is soundtrack music, and this kind of music is really to help the storyline, to reinforce the storyline. We use orchestration and some other musical elements for that.
They even went to the considerable lengths of mixing parts of the soundtrack in multiplex standard Dolby Digital surround sound. Oh yes, this has been quite a project, even by Square's standards.
It took us almost 2 years to develop the bouncer. I would say about 70 people worked on this team. And if you add the voice cast and the sound crew for both Japanese and English, that would add up to 150 or so.
With this sort of production investment and film studio-like approach, you might be thinking that Square has ambitions as a digital challenger to some of the major Hollywood players. And with results like these, not forgetting their first cinema movie due out for this summer, you big shots in LA might want to contemplate the future. Your rock and roll lifestyle days could well be numbered.
Jill? Hi, Barry. Why on earth are you here?
I'll be examining this.
Barry? Barry!
I just had something I wanted to check. I think I'll stay and look around more.
Whoa! What the hell?
Chris, you're here too?
I think I'm beginning to understand.
That's what I was going to say.
Chris is our old partner, you know.
Hey, we're partners, aren't we? Let's work together.
Look at this.
Wow!
What is
What do you think of it?
Protect yourself.
Perhaps that was the most important part.
Let's go. Okay, I'll go first. Damn, it's broken. Seems like it.
Oh, my God.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, can you do it?
Lost courage already?
I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men.
Jill, let's do it.
Yes, Barry.
Jill Sandwich. Right.
Barry, don't screw up again.
Let's go.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Is this a meeting room or something?
Is that you, Rebecca?
Yes.
Rebecca, can you do it?
Yes, I can. May I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
Chris, look at this. Ah.
Oh, my
you like it?
God.
Oh, that was great.
I feel like we're having a secret meeting.
Let's do it.
Chris.
Rebecca! Those monsters!
He's insane!
Yes.
This.
Chris.
Well, I think I'll go out and get some fresh air for a change.